Hey guys, so I was planning on just making this smoothie recipe. Obviously, we blend smoothies. I'll be blending it. So I was just planning on making it, posting it in our group, and then just basically sharing the recipe. But I was like, you know what? Why don't I just hop on, even looking all nasty and gross? I just finished my workout, and show you guys how I make it. So I already got everything I need pretty much set out. Usually I don't do this. I'm only doing this because I'm doing a video. And I also need to work on getting my measurements on point when I'm blending and even juicing, because sometimes I'll just I'll do like a handful. Like I'm not really like a measure. So like for this one, this is a berry antioxidant smoothie. So it calls for a half a cup of frozen blueberries. Normally I'd be like, okay, half a cup, and just stick my hand in the bag. Big tip for smoothing, for blending, when you're buying your produce, a lot of smoothies call for frozen fruit. So go ahead and buy the big frozen bags in bulk. If you have a membership to Costco, Sam's Club, BJ's, those are big help. That's a big help because it's super cheap when you buy the big bulk bags. I even went to Stop and Shop and got the big bulk bag. They end up being so much cheaper than just the small one. So let's just jump into it and get started. So I have my pitcher here. I use the Ninja, and I have 1.5 cups of almond milk. I use I think it's Almond Breeze, that brand. There's no carrageenan. Be careful when you're using any sort of non-dairy or nut milk. An ingredient that they put in a lot of non-dairy products are carrageenan, and there's no point in using carrageenan. It's actually carcinogenic. So make sure you steer clear from that. So I'm just gonna pour this in here. Okay, and then next, this recipe calls for a frozen banana. My bananas didn't have enough time to freeze, so I have a non-frozen banana. So I'll just throw that in there. Then I have a half a cup of frozen blueberries. These are organic. I'll go ahead and share in the group later on. Some produce that I definitely think you should try that's organic, and then some that if you can't afford everything organic, some that you could steer clear from. It's called the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. So the Clean 15 are fruits that are normally clean that you can get away with buying that are conventional and non-organic produce, and then the Dirty Dozen, those are like your seeds, your apples, your seeds, like your berries, things like that don't have a super thick skin that a lot of pesticides and harmful bacteria and toxins can get into super easily, and blueberries being one of them. And then I have a cup and a half of tightly packed kale leaves, just the leaves only. You're not going to go ahead and blend the stems. That in there. Should get that all out. I really packed it in here. Just give me 1 second. And I get whenever I go buy mason jars, I always get the big packs. So I have all these mason jars basically laying around. So, I mean, I use these for a measuring cup too. It's super simple, especially when you're doing something like this when you're prepping. Go ahead and use your mason jars. It has the measurements for cups and ounces right on the sides. Then we have a teaspoon of organic coconut oil. When you're doing this, guys, make sure it's organic and make sure it's cold pressed, okay? So I have my teaspoon right there. Shove that bad boy in there. A little dirty. That's fine. I actually should not have used this for coconut oil first. I have to put into powder, so give me 1 second. Okay, we're good. So then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And I just have to make sure it's leveled. I don't want to be too overbearing. Whoops. I lost some right there. And then we're going to do a teaspoon natural. It's Crazy Richard's brand. And the ingredients on here, I have so much coconut oil on my finger from before. The ingredients on here, look at that. I don't know if you can see it. Peanuts. All it is peanuts. And I actually got it in creamy and crunchy. I like the crunchy for when I'm making smoothies. I don't know, I just like the texture better. So then this recipe also calls for either a serving of protein if you want a little bit of a protein boost. And then it also calls for 2 tablespoons of raw cocoa powder. However, I don't have any raw cocoa powder at my house, but I do have chocolate vegan Shakeology, which is a superfood, super nutrient dense meal replacement. It's not a protein powder. You have your adequate amounts of protein, fats, carbs, plus you have your superfoods, vitamins, and minerals. Now the thing with this is that I know a lot of people like to use stuff that's a little bit cheaper, less expensive, like the GNC lean shakes. I'm just going to use a half a scoop of this. Like the GNC lean shakes. However, you might have some of the ingredients that's in this bag, but you don't have the blend. There are certain combinations and formulations when superfoods are blended together and paired with each other, where they could increase your metabolism, increase your energy, your digestive, clean out your gut, help with your adrenal glands, all that stuff, balance out your pH level in your body. It gets very detailed and tricky, and then you also want to think about where are these superfoods coming from? Where are they being grown and produced? So these are getting grown and produced from different countries all over the world because certain times of season, they might not be available for resources. So they're picked from different places of the world, and it's because they're the best quality in those places. They're not